The neuroscience of introverted intuition. Introverted intuition, also known as NI, is one of the 8 cognitive functions used to classify the 16 psychological types of MBTI. NI is the dominant function for both the INFJ and the INTJ personality types. It is the rarest cognitive function, as the 4 types that use it primarily or secondarily are 4 of the rarest personality types. From a young age, they enjoy developing this innate ability to find hidden meanings and understand the big picture. Inside the INTJ's and INFJ's mind, they easily can look within for insight as they listen and connect to their inner voice. What is the neuroscience of introverted intuition? This video is made with reference material from the Neuroscience of Personality, published in 2011 by Dr. Dario Nardi. The information was theorized through brain research with EEG-derived data. Dr. Dario Nardi supervised a social neuroscience lab at UCLA that focused on brain activity and personality patterns. The neuroscience of personality is awesome for holistic insights into the observable differences of the psychological types. It's fun for both beginners and advanced MBTI enthusiasts. Okay, let's quest into what the research revealed. Whole brain Zen. INTJ and INFJ introverted intuition produces a whole brain Zen-like pattern, which happens when people are awake but relaxed. For the 14 other types who are not NI dominant, this pattern occurs when a person works within their specific area of expertise. For NI dominants, however, the Zen-like state happens when they explore unfamiliar, novel problems. All neocortex regions are accessed in order to quote-unquote realize an answer. The process works best when focusing on finding the answer to a single question without any distractions. INTJs and INFJs experience a Zen state when tasked with envisioning the future, because what could be more novel or unfamiliar than what is yet to happen? Contrastingly, the other types, instead of a whole brain Zen-like state, show activity specifically in only one region called the T6 region when given the same task. Other brain patterns that were observed for both the INFJ and INTJ is that these introverted intuition dominant types have strong visual thinking, openness to novelty, and attention to process. Notably, NI DOMs can be slow to arrive at their decisions and struggle to explain their reasonings. INTJs and INFJs are very active in the O1, O2, and FP2 regions of the brain. In the neuroscience of personality, these regions are named the visual engineer, abstract impressionist, and process manager regions respectively. Specific cognitive skills can help us to understand these regions a little better. For the O1 visual engineer region, the skills encompass to, quote, mentally rotate, measure, arrange, assemble, and explore objects with a focus on functionality, end quote. For the O2 abstract impressionist region, the skills are to, quote, notice holistic themes, patterns, and relationships in photos, paintings, and similar images, end quote. For the FP2 process manager region, the cognitive skill set includes to, quote, focus on the process, either step by step for task, or open-ended creative brainstorming, or both, end quote. Additionally, the INFJ personality type shows high activity in the F7 imaginative mimic region that is skilled at, quote, mirroring others' behaviors, picking up skills by observing others, and making imaginative inferences. Contrastingly, the INTJ personality shows efficient overall brain activity. For the 2 types that have NI as their auxiliary or secondary function, both the ENTJ and ENFJ personality types benefit, usually, from a physical or sensory focus to help get into that Zen state. However, metaphysical questions can also provoke such, but these 2 types generally have less interest in brainstorming and asking what-if questions compared to their introverted counterparts. INTJs and INFJs tend to indulge in holistic problem solving. NI types respond to tasks in a serious and predictable manner. They tend to stray away from rote practice, despite such being necessary to form the neural pathways necessary for specialization. Rote practice is very introverted sensing, or SI-like, which feels quite opposite to introverted intuition. NI DOMs are generalists instead of specialists. They are slow to commit to permanently hardwiring their brain around a particular task. The one exception might be the normalizing subtypes, and I'll link the videos for both the INFJ and INTJ subtypes above and below if you're interested in checking those out. Those were actually from Dr. Dario Nardi's latest neuroscience work, Decode Your Personality, published in 2023. A few tips for introverted intuition. Dominant types are types that prefer introverted intuition. One is give yourself time without external stimulation to access your rich inner processes. This can be as simple as sitting down in a quiet place and closing your eyes to observe where your mind takes you. Some might describe this as getting into a trance until a quote-unquote realization comes to you. Secondly, when you do allow yourself time to explore the future, then also dedicate some exploration of how to actualize those visualizations. Make a step-by-step plan by breaking your bigger goals into smaller goals. Lastly, you need to go out into the world as much as possible to have the experiential content available. Rich experiences that when your mind searches within for answers, these will feed the brain regions so that your brain actually has something useful to offer when you seek the answer to novel questions. Alright, thank you so much for joining me on this question. Until next time, please take care. My next video will be about the neuroscience of the perceiving functions, which will holistically summarize those 4 cognitive functions from the same book. So be on the lookout for that. Alright, bye.